Alright, the Ramble Part 2. So like I said, I had kind of a shitty week, so I am postponing some of my videos. Most of them are recorded already. I got some stuff in bad faith when it comes to Trump. I got about 20 videos, some martial arts stuff. I got blocking, and I got striking, punches mostly. And today I'd like to talk to you about why I'm not a vegetarian and why I used to be. So to understand this, let's go back to when I was a kid. I live in South Texas, so I did a lot of hunting and stuff like that, but I never liked it. See, while everybody else was trying to get a kill, if I would see an injured animal, my instinct, my knee-jerk reaction was to try to heal it. So, bird with a broken wing, I try and take care of it. That was just my instinct. I'd go jackrabbit hunting, but instead of trying to shoot the rabbit, I would chase it. It would start to run, and I would run along with it, and I'd go as fast as I could, as long as I could, try and keep up with the rabbit who had gotten to the hole. Now, don't get me wrong. When I was a kid, on one of these ranches, I ran into a rattlesnake, and the rattlesnake was going to get me. And my uncle, from all the way across the field, shot the rattlesnake dead in the eyes, saved my life. So I don't have anything against guns, and I don't have anything against killing animals or anything like that. But it just, even when I would go fishing, and I'd go with my buddies, I would convince my buddies to let go of the fish, like not to hold on to it. So when I got to be about 18 or 19, I met this beautiful, very messed up, very damaged, very interesting, very complex woman who was a vegan. And she got me into vegetarianism. And I was a vegetarian for about 3 years. I was very happy with it. But while I was a vegetarian, I got a little chubbier, I gained a little bit of weight, not as much weight as I would gain later. But I gained a lot of weight as a vegetarian. And after about 3 years, I decided to try veganism out. And that did not sit well with me. Being a vegetarian made it kind of hard to eat with some of my friends. I live in the south area where there's a lot of barbecue and there's a lot of meat. So it made it kind of rough to go to family things and go to friends. Even at work, they would refuse to buy, because there was a whole group of vegetarians at work, they would refuse to buy vegetarian pizza, and they would only buy the pepperoni pizza or the meat lovers pizza. And so we'd have to pick the meat off the stuff. So going vegan made life just impossible. 3 months of arguments and not being able to eat at certain restaurants. So after about 3 months of being a vegan, I just gave it up and went back to eating meat. I tried to keep my meat consumption to about once a week, usually on a Saturday. But then my lifestyle changed. I went from being a personal trainer to working on computers. I got really fat, and I got type 2 diabetes, and I was at 14 A1C and 3,050 triglycerides. And well, that was the end of that. But let's talk about what I was eating. I was eating milkshakes, I was eating bananas. And by milkshakes, I don't mean milkshakes. They're like sugar malts. We have a place down here called Whataburger, and you can choose between a milkshake and a malt. And basically, I was just eating a lot of carbs. I was eating spaghetti, I was eating bananas, I was eating watermelon, I was eating a whole lot of foods that get recommended on the crazy diets that are out there, the healthy fruit diets and all that stuff. Not because of that, just I happen to like those kind of fruit, and I live down in Texas, so Watermelon was a natural. Melons are a natural. And my sugar shot up way high. Now, most of the people who I know who are healthy were like, yeah, but you eat healthy food. Why is this happening? Well, it turns out if you have a diabetic body, your body doesn't exactly run like a normal person's body. And about 15 carbs per serving, per item, is about all your body can handle. So you figure fats, protein, and carbs, three sources. So you're talking about between 30 and 45 carbs per meal is all that a diabetic body can handle. So if you're having 3 or 4 bananas, and you're having a bowl of rice, and you're having some hummus, you've already knocked out your carbs for that whole meal. In fact, you might have even knocked out your carbs for the whole day if you're diabetic. And diabetes is not caused by meat, it's not caused by protein, it's caused by carbs. So you got to get that through your head, guys. And that's not just me talking, that's actual like medical books, not the crazy people books, the actual, you can go online to myfoodpyramid.com, you can go to the diabetes, the ADA, you can go to the Heart Association, all this stuff has information about all this stuff. It's carbohydrates that cause diabetes, that's just it. So that's your breads, that's your sugars, that's your carbohydrates, all those are just other words for sugars. So, fruits, stuff like that. So that's why I'm not a vegetarian, because I can eat as much meat as I want and it doesn't spike my sugar even a little bit. Right now I'm on a 3,000, I'm on a 4,000 calorie diet because I'm trying to bulk up. And by doing that with protein and fat, my glucose levels are in the 90s. It raised a little bit because of stress the last few days, but still only like 104, 107, which is not a bad number regardless of what the crazy websites say. But on bananas, on melons, on fruit, on rice, on pasta, my numbers were in the 240s to 300. I think my highest was either 310 or 450. I don't remember anymore. This was like last November, so a year ago, when I was that high. So anyway, that's why I'm not a vegetarian. But if you are training or you're diabetic, it is totally possible to have a healthy diet and be diabetic, or be a personal trainer and be a vegetarian, or be a vegan. But that was more work than I wanted to put in. So also, I have cats and I've had dogs in the past, and I've seen what they do to animals that they catch. And it's really easy to be ethical and self-righteous and killing and eating animals until you see an animal kill another animal. When you see what a cat will do to a bird or to a mouse, and you're stressing out about eating a piece of chicken that you didn't kill yourself personally, you feel kind of ridiculous. When you see what a dog will do to a cat, or to another dog, or to someone's pet anything, yeah, you feel really stupid when you're stressing out about whether or not to eat a piece of beef. It's just not the same. Hunting for food and hunting for pleasure are two different things. And someone who kills for food, it's not really, there's no moral judgment for me. Now, don't be wrong, if you're trophy killing, then yeah, I think you're an asshole. But if you're gonna eat it, if you're gonna wear it, I don't have a problem with that. And to the vegan people out there, I know that sounds horrible. To the vegetarian people and to the hunters out there, I know you get it. It's just, sometimes you want to eat something. And this was once living. We killed it to make a house. I know plants aren't animals, but humans are animals, And animals and plants are both living things. They're not rocks. They can both suffer, they can both live, they can both die. So insects are living too. Like I have a hard time killing a bug if I don't have to. But if I have to eat it, I don't have a hard time killing something for food. So anyway, there's another philosophical ramble for you. Let's see if I can knock out one more. Peace, like, subscribe.